Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. We have two plant-based characters, and they mean exactly the same. Ju and ju, different spellings. And this is, I guess, one of the rare cases of when we try to standardize things, symbols. Normally, all the rest of variations die down, and we only have one dominant like authority verified version in our dictionary as the correct way of spelling something. But to my surprise, both exist. And for a long time, I didn't even think about what's the difference between two. I thought they mean different type of orange, kind of different subspecies of orange. Like I got confusion of what's the orange between orange and a tangerine. So tangerine probably more like a Chinese orange versus orange is more English orange. Anyways, so both of them actually mean the exact same thing, orange. And in Chinese, we probably don't, from our point of view, actually, the orange is cheng, is another character, which means the orange color. We use the 橙色, we don't say 橘色. But orange probably in Chinese concept is more like a tangerine. Gosh, I have to change this. But anyways, 橘, both are made of this wood symbol on the left. That's categorical. Canopy of the tree, root of tree, connected to the trunk. So that's the most basic structure or anatomy of the tree, right? And then the right side, two are very different. This is way more complicated. So let me unpack. The top portion of it looks like almost like a question mark, right? With one stroke like this, another stroke like that. It's really non-linear. It's hard to depict. And I think only ancient times, people can really draw out like that. Simplified Chinese, write it in this way. It's still pretty complicated, but it's manageable. And it means spear. Spear as a weaponry. Okay, so there we go. We have a weaponry on top. The bottom, a dome, means a space. And then we have this symbol. This symbol means entering a space. So together, without the mouse symbol in there, that means you're trying to get inside something. So this space probably is a surface, a cover of something. And then you have this, one side is spikier and the other side is a base, right? So you visually show there is higher pressure over there that you can puncture through something to enter a space. So the whole dome plus this is, it means inside somewhere. Okay, then the mouse symbol, put in there to mean inside the mouse. You actually kind of a mumble, or you're making this sound without uttering it out. So, I mean, interestingly, because Chinese have a lot of icons that symbolize speaking, symbolize the air out to the world. We have this energy diminishing, sound wave symbol, almost like to mean you utterance into the space outside you, like outside the boundary of your body, outside your mouth. But over here actually means you're kind of humming something without uttering the air, without letting the air out, without opening your, I guess, a sound chamber in there. You close it. So it's kind of sound, right? And people said this character inside the mouth means creating this humming sound, mostly to babies. So it's kind of a baby soothing sound. Okay, so baby soothing plus the spear. How do you understand? Like this, one is violence, and one is a super safe, mother carrying babies imagery. How the two come together? Okay. Somebody said this is actually about you're trying to use spear to puncture through a surface without making too much of a grinding sound. Okay, so you're trying to poke through something. So that's the whole imagery. So now this effort of poking through symbolized mostly by the spear. And then without making too noisy, right? This humming inside internal holding air, like without uttering things out. That pair together with tree symbol became orange. So I'm guessing probably because the orange surface got so many dimples, as if somebody poke on it without uttering a sound. I mean, that's my only possible guess. Okay, the right side, 橘, actually came from totally different intention and origin. And at some point, I know exactly what that point is because I researched on it. In 1977, okay, after the Republic of China, People's Republic of China was established, there was this effort to standardize and simplify Chinese. So this is kind of difficult to spell for people. So was intended to simplify it into Chinese that looks like this. But this originally doesn't pronounce as ju, it's jie. It's pronounced as jie, and it actually means a totally different thing. It's not a fruit at all. It is a kind of a hay, I guess, or draw or straw. And so, well, that's jie. Again, this is plant, right? Or tree symbol. Of the right side means lucky, auspicious, and that is made of this looks like a mouse symbol, just like that, but it's a convergence of imagery. It came from the container of a weaponry. The top side of that looks like shi, which is a grown man that's useful for the country, okay? Societies define you as if you're useful or not. But this is a person's grown man image, which is one horizontal line means one, and then this cross symbol sitting on top, that's 10. So somebody from 1 to 10 means you're kind of complete, fully grown. You're fully functional, able-bodied, able-minded man to be used by your country. Okay. And that, again, is a convergence of imagery. It's actually not the man, it's the weaponry that they use for war. And we have this weaponry container at the bottom, and then we have the weaponry kind of spiky on the top. Originally, it means you have your weaponry put into the weaponry storage, meaning you're not using them, meaning it's peacetime. You don't need to go to war. And for Chinese, ancient peacetime is fortunate time. I mean, imagine that. That means wartime is the norm. When you have peace, actually people view it as super lucky time. Okay, it's very different from today. So that lucky plus the plant symbol means lucky plant, which was used in Chinese medicine. So of course, Chinese medicine was, I guess, long through, not exactly through the contemporary Western medicine research, controlled trials and all that. But it was anecdotal, and sort of somebody, collect all that anecdotal benefits, associate a certain plant to certain symptom treatment. So that jie was said to be useful, lucky plant that you can use even if it tastes bitter, that is good for you. So this lucky plant eventually has nothing to do with orange, but eventually used to replace this complicated spelling in 1977. But somehow it failed. This ju survived in the language as well. Like even if it's a simplified Chinese, everything I spell over here are typable, enterable through computer in simplified Chinese version. So it's simplified Chinese, and it was not killed. It was not replaced. It survived that miraculously. I don't know how, but that's still part of our language in spite of the effort to replace it with jie and try to, put a new sound to it, put a new meaning to it. Okay, so to us contemporarily, both are equal. The most famous expression for 橘生淮南 则为质. This orange, if it's born in Huainan, is a Huaihe, it's a type of river, kind of in the middle of China. And if it's born on the south of that river, then it is orange. But it's born to the north of that river, then it's unedible. It's no longer a fruit we enjoy. So this talks about environmental influence on the same generic, the same seed or genes. Then if it's born in different environments, then they're going to grow into different species. So that's quite a deep thought right there, right? But I guess that's an observation in Chinese, and people use this expression a lot to explain maybe siblings born from the same family, so same genes, and they end up on very different life paths. So people use that environmental phenomenon to explain why people share the same gene. Came out different result. So there you go. 橘 and 橘 both orange. Thank you for your time. See you another day.